How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
I'm good. I'm better. I was like, seriously, like, just could not get better from this virus I got, but I'm fine now. I'm
Oh,
fine now.
great.
Yeah. Let's see. It's been so cold
Mm-hmm.
in this place, and Canada's been freaking cold. Um, yeah, let's try,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah. So my first question would be, of course, I'm from Ukraine, so that's why I'm asking you that. What are
Mhm.
your thoughts on the war between Russia and Ukraine?
Right. That's the How is that question? Um, well, I mean, like I what had said before, I don't feel really I don't feel really qualified to really speak about political clear. It's horrible. I mean, it doesn't take a lot to understand how absolutely god awful it is what Putin's doing. I mean, that doesn't take a great brain to figure that out. And it's um it's horrendous, and I don't feel like I'm qualified to know, you know, things about like how the US should intervene and what all that. I don't know. But but I can't imagine what that's like
Mm-hmm.
to um have your home destroyed and ripped out from underneath you, or have to move, or I don't know what that's like. I can't even imagine. It's got to be uh, absolutely the worst. And what I what I have gotten from it is the absolute incredible strength and spirit that the Ukrainians have is absolutely inspiring to anybody that can see what's going on. I mean, it's that in itself is, yeah, it's something to really take in, and you know, uh, yeah, I feel so inept talking about these kinds of things. It's a huge question. I don't, but that's as a very kind of, I don't know, superficial answer of it. That's what I would say. It's like
But
that's what I take.
you don't really need to be a politician or like to be interested in politics to like answer questions or, for example, topics about war not only in Ukraine. Unfortunately, there are a lot of wars nowadays
Yes,
in the whole world, and
yes.
I think that it's really bad that we are still dealing with this kind of things because why can't people live just in peace, do what they like?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so yeah.
for sure. I mean, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I think where it gets tricky, I think, um, where it might get tricky is how we deal with it, how we deal with that situation.
Yeah.
That that can get quite complicated. But you're absolutely right. I mean, it seems it seems insane that we are still behaving in this way just to resolve conflict. I mean, it's um and yeah, no, you're right.
All right. So also what is interesting for me, it is how did it happen that you chose a career as a musician?
Um, well, it was it it's funny because there was when I was around your age and like, and a little older too, well, older too, I felt quite lost in not knowing really what I wanted to do. It was more just like trying to kind of survive,
Mm-hmm.
get a job, that kind of thing. And I I think I kind of lived my life day to day. I didn't really think so much in the future, and I had um things I liked to do, but I didn't really know, I didn't really have much ambition when it came to the things I like to do. I didn't think of doing them, pursuing them. But I always was very active in being having creative outlets. I always did that. So I was busy. And then I think, once you're busy and you're sharing what you're doing with other people, I think you can fall into situations that way, and that's exactly what happened. I met people who said, "Oh, you should play, your songs are great. You should play them in front of people." And then, I had a friend that said, "Why don't you just play a couple of songs before my show?" And so then I kind of fell into it that way. Um, and it's just through meeting people and kind of just following certain paths. But and it's funny because now I'm much older, and I feel almost like this is the first time in my life that I've ever kind of wanted to be a bit ambitious and follow try to build something and have a focus.
After great success in the early 2000s, you disappeared from the scene for several years. And what
hmm
was the reason for this?
Well, so the reason was I I had a very complicated, um, troublesome, and also there was beauty in it, but quite painful relationship for quite a while, 25 years, and um, it became very quickly in that relationship. It became abusive. It was abusive. I mean, what it was a was very controlling and mean, and I really kind of lost. Uh, I kind of shut down and lost myself, I guess you'd say. Um, and so, playing music or trying to pursue it in this way with this other person became extremely painful. And that's my dog. And I needed to I just couldn't do it. I wanted to stop because it was I never stopped playing music, and I never stopped writing, and I never stopped doing creative things, but I couldn't pursue it as I couldn't be in that relationship with it. So, and I had this strange feeling that if I continued it without him, it would be a bit of a betrayal. So it kind of left me just dropping it. And then I made, a kind of I made a decision finally to get myself finally, I don't know how I did it and found the strength to do it, but oops, did I lose you?
No, everything's all right.
Oh, okay. Okay. So to me, it looks like it's blacked out, but that's okay. I'll just keep going. Um, Just tell me if it somehow if it stops. Okay, Misha. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, I had to. I finally got myself out of that situation, and that was very difficult. I felt like if I didn't make a move to end that relationship, I never would, and it would just we were destined to not be able to really survive the way we were going. And so, and then right after that, he committed suicide. So that was a uh, terrible, terrible end to the whole thing. Um, uh, and it sounds weird to say it, but there was a freedom in there that I could just kind of start my life again, which is a tough one to say out loud because I loved him. I mean, I didn't stop loving him really. But anyway, so that's why I stopped.
All right. In September 2017, you successfully returned, had contracts with record companies, and now, after a tour in Germany, you are in Calgary. How do you like Canada?
I like it. I do like it here. It's like it's super clean, which is nice. And it's been a little cold, but
Yeah.
we found a really good dog park. That's pretty great. And um, yeah, I like it. I have a couple friends here, so we're gonna start writing soon. I mean, we've all been a little bit sick, but we're gonna start writing soon and start working on music, and then yeah, then that'll be great.
Cool. All right. Do you like any musicians or singers from Ukraine?
Oh, yeah, I don't man, I am like the absolute worst because I don't even listen to a lot of music, which might sound funny, but I don't. And so I'm like the worst one to ask about that kind of thing. I don't yeah, I don't know. And you were gonna send did you end up sending me stuff? I can't
Yeah,
remember if
I
you
think so.
shoot. I gotta find it. I'm gonna find it. Um
All
yeah,
right.
in a little
But you will hear one song. Actually, you are considered as a folk singer. So I will
Mhm.
sing you Ukrainian folk song to introduce you to Ukrainian folk music. It is called Ою гаю при Дунаю, which is
Okay.
also like kind of a sad folk Ukrainian song. And Dunai, it is actually a river, a really big river, Danube River. So if you're ready, I'm
Yeah,
I can
I
sing
would
a
love
little
it.
bit.
I would love it.
Ою гаю при Дунаю соловей щебече, він свою всю пташину до гніздечка кличе. Ой, тьох-тьох, він тьох-тьох-тьох, соловей щебече, він свою всю пташину до гніздечка кличе. Ой, тьох-тьох, він тьох-тьох-тьох, соловей щебече, він свою всю пташину до гніздечка кличе.
Oh, it's beautiful. That's
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you very much. Actually, I see your dog, and I think, is it she or he?
He
He.
he presents kind of like a she because he's very feminine.
I think he's musician too. Like he wants to give an interview too, like to
I
talk.
think he
I
really
see.
does. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he does. I think he's really sick of me getting all the attention. Definitely he's sick of that.
And I wanted to ask you whether you could, or if you want, you can also sing a small part of any of your songs for our Ukrainian viewers. So maybe they get acquainted also with your songs and music.
Oh, yes, of course. Of course. Yes.
So could you sing right now or
You mean sing right now?
yes?
Okay. Oh, sing one of my songs right now. Let me see. Mm, well, what should I sing, Niche? Um, let's see. You mean a whole song?
No, just a small part of
Just
it.
a tiny small part. Okay. Um, let me do. I'll do an acapella one, or maybe I'll do. I had a dream about a dog. I was walking in an amusement park with people all around me. We rode the roller coaster rides, and he was laughing as we jumped to the sky. And then I saw that I looked just like him. It's a dog's life. I want to lead a dog's life. Under the couch, chew a bone, just him and me.
Thank you very much for singing. And your dog supports you. I see like completely.
Yeah, we're good pals. We're good pals.
So thank you very much for talking. Good luck with your
Yeah,
career and
thank you.
thank you
You
very
too.
thank you very much for this interview. I wish you a very good day and goodbye.
Goodbye.